It was a crisp autumn day in Ravenswood, a town known for its charming streets and friendly neighbors. As a journalist with a penchant for unraveling mysteries, I couldn't resist the allure of the old mansion that loomed at the town's outskirts. Locals spoke of its haunted past, making it the perfect subject for my next gripping article. The townsfolk would exchange hushed whispers about the mysterious happenings surrounding the mansion, each tale more chilling than the last. Intrigued and armed with my curiosity, I set out to explore the decaying estate that held secrets from a bygone era. The mansion, with its weathered facade and overgrown ivy, cast a foreboding shadow against the backdrop of the setting sun. Its windows, like vacant eyes, seemed to watch my every move as I approached. Despite its dilapidated state, the mansion retained an air of grandeur, whispering tales of opulence that had long faded away. As I crossed the threshold into the echoing emptiness, the creaking floorboards beneath my feet seemed to protest my intrusion. Dust particles danced in the dim light filtering through cracked windows, creating an otherworldly ambience that fueled my excitement and trepidation. The grand staircase beckoned me upward, and with each step, the air grew heavier, laden with a mysterious energy that set my nerves on edge. I couldn't shake the feeling that unseen eyes were scrutinizing my every move. Undeterred, I pressed on, determined to uncover the truth behind the legends that shrouded the mansion. The attic, a realm untouched by time, unfolded before me like a forgotten chapter of history. My eyes fell upon an old, tattered journal resting on a dusty wooden chest. Eagerly, I opened its pages, revealing the narrative of a family whose fate had become intertwined with the mansion's dark secrets. The words painted a picture of a once happy family whose dreams turned to nightmares. Forbidden rituals, an insatiable thirst for power, and a malevolent entity born from their desires. These were the elements that transformed the mansion into a haven of horror. As I delved deeper into the journal, a chill settled in the air, and the temperature seemed to plummet. The ghostly whispers of the past enveloped me, recounting the family's descent into madness and despair. It was as if the very walls of the mansion retained the echoes of their tortured screams. In the dim light, the apparition of a little girl materialized before me, her eyes reflecting the pain of a bygone era. The realization struck me. This was not just a story of a haunted mansion. It was a tale of lost souls yearning to share their tragic history. Haunted by the ethereal presence, I vowed to unearth the truth and bring the long-forgotten story to light. Little did I know that the mansion held more than just memories. It harbored a malevolent force hungry for more victims. The air thickened with an ominous anticipation as the mansion, like a sinister puppeteer, prepared to weave its dark tapestry of fear and despair. Determined to piece together the puzzle, I delved into the town archives, seeking any information about the ill-fated family and the mansion's disturbing history. The locals were tight-lipped, their reluctance to discuss the past only fueling my determination. As the moon cast an eerie glow over Ravenswood, I found myself drawn back to the mansion. The night air carried a spectral hush, and the crunch of leaves beneath my feet sounded like whispers from the unseen. I ascended the grand staircase, the floorboards groaning beneath the weight of my anticipation. The attic, now cloaked in shadows, welcomed me with an unsettling stillness. The journal lay where I had left it, its pages open as if waiting for my return. The ghostly apparition of the little girl manifested again, her spectral figure exuding an air of both innocence and profound sadness. Driven by an inexplicable connection, I turned the pages, uncovering more about the family's tragic fate. The entity, hungry for despair, had claimed each member, trapping their tormented souls within the mansion's decaying walls. The malevolent force sought release, and with each passing moment, its hunger intensified. The ghostly presence grew stronger, shadows dancing with an otherworldly malevolence. As I read the final entries, a realization struck me. The key to breaking the curse lay in freeing the trapped spirits, releasing them from the torment that bound them to the mansion. Armed with newfound purpose, I sought to communicate with the restless spirits. In the stillness of the attic, I spoke words of empathy and understanding, urging them to find peace and let go of the pain that tethered them to this realm. The air quivered with a tension that transcended the boundary between the living and the departed. Suddenly, a gust of wind swept through the attic, extinguishing the feeble candlelight. In the darkness, the apparitions of the family materialized, their sorrowful gazes fixed upon me. Whispers of gratitude and release filled the air as the malevolent entity recoiled, its hold weakening with every uttered word. But just as a glimmer of hope flickered, an anguished wail echoed through the attic. The ghostly figure of the family matriarch, trapped in the torment of her own making, resisted the release. Desperation filled her eyes as she clung to the remnants of her humanity. The mansion trembled, its foundation resonating with the struggle between salvation and damnation. The battle reached a crescendo as the malevolent force fought to maintain its grasp on the matriarch's soul. I stood at the epicenter of the supernatural clash, torn between the obligation to set them free and the ominous force resisting release. With unwavering determination, I implored the matriarch to let go of the pain and embrace the peace that awaited her. The air crackled with an otherworldly energy, and in a blinding burst of light, the mansion seemed to exhale, expelling the malevolent force that had held it captive for decades. Silence settled over Ravenswood as the echoes of the supernatural struggle faded away. The apparitions of the family vanished, leaving behind a profound stillness that replaced the once haunting atmosphere. The mansion, now devoid of its malevolence, stood as a mere relic of a dark past. As dawn broke over the town, the first rays of sunlight touched the mansion's facade. The air, once heavy with despair, now carried a sense of liberation. The town of Ravenswood awakened to a new day, blissfully ignorant of the spectral battle that had transpired within the confines of the old mansion. I, however, carried the weight of the experience, the haunted whispers, the ghostly apparitions, and the profound journey into the unknown. The story of the haunted mansion would become a tale whispered through generations, a cautionary reminder of the thin veil between the living and the departed, and the lingering consequences of tampering with forces beyond our understanding.